Yeah, I know. And then when I was there, you wouldn't believe what they said to me. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Hello and welcome back to the workshop. I know it's been a few weeks. After the fallout of the great guitar build-off, I had to take a bit of a break. It was kind of overkill. I ended up spending a lot of late nights working just to get that one done, and I was a bit burnt out by the end of it. So this video will not be a build video per se. It's more of a what's on the bench, just talk, just to show you that I'm still here. So I've been clearing out my workshop of repair jobs recently in order to get ready for the next project. What's that next project, you ask? Well, we're going to be working on that Stratocaster that I was showing off. It's going to be my tester guitar, my demo guitar. I need to finish sanding that and then figure out what I'm going to do with the finish on the body. I like the neck as it is already, so we're not going to do much of that. Maybe just a once over on all the frets just to make sure everything is still good and playable. And then other than that, what I want to do next is some acoustics. For me, it's not a common thing to build acoustics. I do enjoy building acoustics, but in most of the building that I do, everything is all set up to do electrics at the moment, and that is honestly what I get the most requests for. You're going to see a lot of acoustic builds come through in custom orders. So after doing a little bit of bending in my great guitar build-off, I got an itch to do some more of it. So years back I started designing an 8-string acoustic. That's going to be fan frets. It's going to have individual saddles so that you can adjust each individual string alone rather than having to worry about the one specific saddle piece. So going too high or too low on one and messing up the whole intonation on the rest of it. I wanted to make them separate, adjustable, the works. So to go with that idea, I decided I'm going to make 2 guitars. A bit ambitious, but why not? So what I've got here is a couple of side and back sets. Now, if you remember in the great guitar build-off, I had some cracking in the sides, and that made me very nervous. So in a panic, I ordered some more Red Heart, and I ended up being able to save what I had. So, because I had ordered a back and side set, that gives me a complete set for a guitar, because I already have pre-milled spruce tops. And there's enough over there to do about 10 guitars. So, we've got one that is going to be the Red Heart. The other guitar is going to be this lovely curly figured Ovancall. Now what does this mean? This means that I'm going to build 2 identical acoustics. The only thing that's going to be different is the type of acoustics I'm going to build. So the woods are going to be a little different. So it's going to include these back and side sets. What I want to know from you guys is I'm set on building an 8-string acoustic. The other acoustic, should it be a 7-string? Should it be a 6-string? Should it also be fan fret? Should it be straight frets? The 8-string I would like for my own personal use. The other guitar could potentially be up for grabs, but I want you guys to decide on it. Should we do the 8-string in the Ovancall? Should we do it in the Red Heart? Should we do the second one in one or the other? Should we do a 6-string, 7-string, a second 8-string? You guys let me know. What would you guys like to see? I've got some interesting plans for the design concepts of these. And to start this off, what we're first going to do is we're going to do a series on making bending molds. Now, in the past, I have always used the inner mold with different clamping methods to get the sides into their final shape. What I don't like about inner mold bending is that it has a tendency to kind of tip and rock one way or the other. So because I now have bending straps, I'm going to make the reverse mold, and I want to make the jig to go along with it that will have the clamping pressure that'll come down, so that I can then leave the heating straps on there and let it dry in place. Because from what I understand, if you leave it in the mold longer with the heat on and then slowly cool it down, it actually retains the shape better. Whereas a bending iron will get you into the shape, but it has a lot of snapback when you take it out of the mold, which, as we figured out in my great guitar build-off, causes breaking. And I don't usually have too much trouble with that, but even with the snapback, it does alter the shape a little when you pull it out of there, because it wants to release itself and relieve it from the tension that it's in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in a budget-friendly kind of way to show you that even you could do it. The lumber that I have for this were cut-offs of some 2x12 that I'm going to cut up in shape. So relatively easy to get. You can either get it from people tearing apart projects, or you can go purchase it, and in the small chunks that I'm using won't be significantly expensive. The most expensive part about building these things would be to get bending straps. Bending straps can be pricey. You can buy them at third parties. Then they take a long time to ship, vice versa. It all depends on how involved you want to get into it. So again, as I said, stay tuned. We're going to start building some acoustics. We're going to build a mold. And I hope you enjoy the process along the way. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you would like to see. So don't forget to like and comment below and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned.